Named for the junction of the Colorado and Gunnison Rivers, Grand Junction, Colorado has the strongest economy in Colorado outside of the Denver metro area. With all the amenities of the big city, Grand Junction still maintains its small-town, laid-back vibe that gives Grand Junction its unique Western spirit. Today, Grand Junction is thriving with a diverse and growing economy, but that hasn't always been the case.
Grand Junction has historically been reliant on one industry, the energy industry. Originally it was uranium, then it was oil shale, and then it was natural gas. But it's always been this boom and bust cycle of the energy industry. And after Black Sunday, which is a date that's ingrained in everybody's memories here in Grand Junction, Exxon pulled out in 1982, and we lost thousands of people, thousands of jobs, and overnight the town was kind of decimated. And banks went under and foreclosures, and we had 11% unemployment, and it was just really devastating. So at that point, a group of citizens got together and formed the Grand Junction Economic Partnership in order to diversify the economy. Their goal was to recruit in businesses in other industries to balance out that boom and bust cycle. Energy will always be here. It's a great industry for us, but the idea was to have lots of other jobs. So as the energy industry does boom and bust, which it will do, we don't feel it so strongly. And that worked pretty well for a couple decades. And then, of course, the Great Recession in 2008 hit us pretty hard as well. That was when leadership came together and really created a vision for our future, a list of things we needed to make investments in to make this a better place to live.
Grand Junction had the right partners in place. They just needed a common vision and a roadmap for diversification, which included investment in amenities, transportation, public safety, and schools, as well as growing the airport and a robust workforce. They started by creating a better pathway from college into the Grand Junction workforce.
We had a number of folks come to us and say, we need engineering at this campus. And we looked up and said, well, let's reach out to some of our partners and see if we can bring an engineering school here fully accredited. And so we partnered up with the University of Colorado, and voila, we now have about 600 students in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, computer software engineering, all right here in the Grand Valley. The capacity here to, one, work, be able to afford to live here, and have the advantage of being able to enjoy the out of doors, that's sort of the trifecta. And then what's an employer get? An employer gets a workforce that loves being where they are.
Tech is one of our second fastest growing industry behind manufacturing. What it is people that can work from anywhere. They come here because of the lifestyle and a low cost of living. It's easy to live here, it's affordable, yet they can run a global business from their laptop. And so in the last 3 years, we've seen huge growth in tech. What's really exciting though is to see that intersect with our strong manufacturing base that already exists here, but then you combine it with tech and suddenly you have an advanced manufacturing industry.
Our industry, we manufacture components for anything that flies. We are a diversified aerospace company that also works within oil and gas. I would say probably upwards to 50 to 70% of my employees have come from the pathways, whether it be through the engineering program at CMU or the machining program at WCCC. We work directly with the professors. We've provided senior projects for them. We understand who their students are. We get involved, and we hire directly from CMU and WCCC.
The most important things we did was reinvest in the community. And so at a time when it's really hard to do that, we did pass tax measures for schools, public safety, increased flights to our airport, more investment in our higher education as well. And so creating these pipelines between K-12, our community college system, and then our university. So putting a lot of effort into our workforce, but then also making Grand Junction a really nice place to live. And that was really the turning point for our economy.
The diversification needs to come from several areas, assets of the community, first and foremost the outdoor industry, and in high tech from a standpoint of software and application, and certainly high tech advanced manufacturing. Those in combination, I think if we can get a platform in each one that'll continue to grow, gives us a very good diverse base. We've had a scholarship program, whether it be coming here to the 4-year school or to our 2-year community college, and that's critical to further educate our workforce for today's work environment.
At the Grand Junction Economic Partnership, we've been trying to quantify quality of life. What that means is when you spend less of your income on your house and you spend more of your off time enjoying yourself, you are happier, more productive, and you stay in your job longer. So for us, quality of life means workforce stabilization. We have less turnover, people stay in their jobs longer, which lowers costs for our employers. We're cautiously optimistic that we've moved beyond being reliant on just one industry. I think we've had enough job growth in a variety of sectors. We've built a community that's a wonderful place to live, and we're attracting all kinds of people. And so we see the next decade with unprecedented growth and prosperity for Western Colorado.
This was brought to you by the Grand Junction Economic Partnership, the official economic development agency for Colorado's Grand Valley.